So here's instructions on how to operate the van to get the most out of it, to make sure you really enjoy it, to have a great time on your adventure, and of course to get you home safely. Here's how you open up the top. There is a lever here that you need to undo first. Then you will need to push up on this handle here. So here's how you do it. Lever, lift up, press this little tab inside here up so that it unlocks. Then push it up. Using another hand, you're now going to push this bar forward. The tent is now locked into place. The next thing you'll do is you're going to want to lift this up so you can stand inside. This is the bunk bed. One thing you want to do when you push the bunk bed up is you want to make sure it's secured. So give it a good tug to make sure it's locked into place. When you want to unlock it, you will simply move this little lever to the side and the bed will come down. Here's how you open the bed. Pull this lever to the side, then you're going to grab the handles which are underneath the bed, pull it out until about this distance. Pull this lever here, lift up the bench. There are two handles located inside of the bench. You're going to pull those two out and the bed will slowly fall to the back. Once it's down, you're now going to push the bed back. Here's how you put the bed back. Lift up the bench. It will now click and lock. You'll be able to lift the seat up. One thing you want to do is you want to actually grab the seat belts, which are underneath here. You'll reach in, pull the seat belt out. You'll reach in, pull the other seat belt out, and you'll also pull out the lap belt as well. Once those are out, you can now put the seat back down, pull on the lever, and push the bed back in place. Give it a little tug forward, locked and ready to go. Here's how you turn on the fridge. Press these two buttons here together. A snowflake symbol will now come on. To adjust the temperature, you press the snowflake symbol, and then you adjust the temperature up or down to your liking. To turn the fridge off, you just press these two buttons again, and the fridge will go off. To check if the fridge is on, we go to the fridge, open the fridge, lock it in place, then you'll be able to hear a sound. You can also touch this back panel to make sure that it's getting cold. It'll take a few minutes, but as long as you hear that sound, it's working. Here's how you use the sink and the kitchen. Lift this up, locks into place. This is the faucet, out, goes into here. You can now turn the water off and on. Be very careful though, because the water will go out of the van if you're not careful. This plug needs to be in place so the water does not go out. As soon as you release it, the water will go out. This here is actually for the dishes. It is a little drain pan that you can use, or if you're washing fruit and vegetables, you can put those things here as well. Just make sure you close it tightly when you're done. The stove does not have propane connected to it at the moment, so you need to do all your cooking outside, which is what we normally would do. Once you're done, make sure that you store the faucet back into its place there. Then lift up, push in, or pull out rather. Here's how you turn the chairs around. Using this lever on the bottom right hand side, you're going to lift up and then you'll turn the chair. But what you'll notice is that the back of the chair will get caught on the door. So what you're going to do is come around this side, and right here you're going to turn this dial forward to move the chair forward so you get enough space here to now turn the chair around completely. To turn around the driver's seat, the lever is again on the right hand side, is right here. You lift up on it and you're just going to turn it around. This one doesn't turn all the way around, but there you go. Here's how you get the table out. The table is underneath here. This is the table. You can hold the chair in place by lifting this lever that's right here. Lift the table out. Close the door. Now the table connects to the rail that is here with the part of the table that is here. The leg will connect to the rail on the floor. To release the leg, we first press the button on the side to release the leg. Then flip the table over, put the leg down in place. Wherever you want to position, you can move it back and forth. It doesn't matter where you want to put it. Then you're going to want to, at the top here, you're now going to put this top part into this rail here. Once that is in place, you're now going to lift. After you're done, you're going to want to put the table away, so here's how you do it. You're first going to release the leg at the bottom. Once it's down, you can then pull the table away from the top, lift up the bottom part from the rail so that the table comes out. Then you're going to want to make sure that when you put the leg back, the button comes out from the side. So lift it up a little bit, pull it down until you see that button come out. Leg is secured. Open up the bench. We like to have the little cushion thing at the front. You slide this back in until it goes all the way into the back. You'll see here it's all the way in. You'll also see here that's been cleared from this area here. So now when you close the bench, the table will not get caught. It's being stuck. There. So now it's not moving. Here's how you put the front curtain in. Curtain is stored up here along with the bug screen. Unfold it, bring it to the front. You'll see these two corners that are here, one corner on this side and another corner on this side. These go into the snaps here. Snap of the steer. So once you get to the side, very important that you actually undo this before you put in this front curtain. These two need to come out first. Put it in. But what you want to do now is you secure it with this side curtain. And you do the same on this side as well. Let's show you how to put the bug screen up. The bug screen fits into these snaps here. When you have the van plugged into electricity outside of the van, you're going to want to do one thing when you have it plugged in. You're going to want to flip this switch here. That will now turn on the electricity inside the van. When you are done, make sure that after you've unplugged the van from the outside, that you turn that off. Here's how you plug in the van for external power. Lift that up, pull this cord out, and then plug it into any standard outlet. This will be okay for that. Once you're done, make sure that you've pulled this back into the van. After you've unplugged the cord from the outside of the van, you're going to want to come inside, lift up this part here. You can take the shelf out if you want. And then pull the cord all the way back in until it's completely retracted and fits back into this spot here. You'll probably want to fill up some water at some point, so here's how you do it. This is the filler hose. You lift that up, open the cap, and put your fresh water into here. After you're done, if for some reason you need to empty the water from the tank, there is actually a little thing down here that you have to unscrew. And once you unscrew that, whatever water is in there will run out. Make sure you put it back. When you're using the air conditioning or the heating, it's a little bit different. The fan control is actually not on. The actual control to turn the heat on and off or the air conditioning on and off is actually this lever here. There are 3 positions for the AC. 1, that's on, 2, and 3. The next 2 are for heat. And the last one is to defrost, which also turns on the AC. The fan will then control the speed of whatever air you're pumping out. Something to note is that when you are driving the van, you'll notice that the temperature light will be flashing the entire time that you are driving. Don't worry, the van is not overheating. What you want to do though is you want to make sure that you're checking the temperature gauge to make sure that that is not overheating. 2 other things I want to talk about. One is the cruise control that is here. This does not work, so do not try to use it. Second thing is that the power mirrors actually do not work, so you need to adjust the mirrors by hand every single time. The driver's side mirror, you'll need to adjust every time you've closed the driver's side door because it does get moved. Here's how you close the top when it's time to go. You're going to first, of course, undo this lever, bring the bed down. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to pull the bar that is up over here, pull that down. Now you're going to hold the top of the tent as it slowly lowers down. Once it gets to about this point, one thing that's really important is you're going to want to pull the sides of the tent in. Now, I usually just hold the tent up with my head. What you're going to do now is you're going to pull the sides of the tent in, just like this, and do the other side as well. And the reason why you do this is you don't want the tent to be stuck on the outside of the van. Next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to ensure this little flap is secured with the Velcro that is inside here, so that this little hook does not get caught in the tent. Lower the top down. Then you want to go outside and check to make sure the tent is inside. Once you have checked that it's inside, you go back in, you grab the handle, give it a nice strong tug, and you're good to go. When you're driving the van, one of the things you'll do is you'll have to kind of use the gear shift whenever you're going up a hill. For sure, you'll need to use 3rd gear whenever you're going up any kind of a steep hill, but take your time. Don't be in a rush when driving this van. Enjoy the journey. Don't be in a rush to get to where you're going. You'll also notice sometimes that the van makes some clunking noises as it shifts gears. Do not worry, that is not something falling off of the van. That is just normal for the van. When putting in gas, make sure you put in at least 91 octane fuel, and you're going to want to use the key to unlock and remove the filler cap. Make sure that you replace the filler cap, turn the key to lock it, and you're done. Okay, that's it for the tour of the van. We hope that you have a great time, create some amazing memories, and just have an incredible adventure as well.